مرحبا بكم في قناة تاتس التعليمية. ادعم القناة بالاشتراك وتفعيل الجرس والإعجاب. ميجا جول 2 يونت 2 الوحدة الثانية Wishful Thinking، التفكير المليء بالأمنيات. Listen and discuss. Read the text below. Find the sentences that tell exactly what each person wishes for. اعثر على الجمل التي تبين ما الذي يتمناه كل شخص.
What people are saying. Wishes vary from person to person. Find out how some of our readers answered the following questions.
If you could only take one thing with you to a desert island, what would you take?
I would take my cell phone. I'd be able to keep in touch with my family and friends around the world, and I wouldn't get lonely.
If you could be a historical figure, which would you be?
I'd like to be Omar bin Abdulaziz, a Muslim caliph. I would create one of the greatest empires with no poverty the world has ever known.
If you had a close encounter with an extraterrestrial, what question would you ask?
I'd ask if I could travel with the ET. I would like to find out about life in the universe.
If you could choose a place to live, which city or country would you choose?
If I could choose a place to live, I'd go to Hawaii. The weather's great the whole year round, and the surfing is fabulous.
If you could change your looks, what changes would you make?
Actually, I'm quite happy the way I am. I wouldn't make any changes.
If you could travel through time, would you go to the past or to the future?
I would go to the future to see what new technologies people will be using.
I wish I could win a big prize. The King Faisal International Prize is awarded to individuals whose achievements benefit mankind across the globe. Sheikh Suleiman al-Raji, a world-leading philanthropist, was awarded the 2012 Prize for Service to Islam, while Professor Adnan bin Muhammad al-Wazan won the Prize for Islamic Studies. Professor Richard Berkowitz and James Bruce Bussell won the prize for medicine. The cash prize of 750,000 Saudi riyal, $200,000, was split between them. Professor Ali Hilmi Ahmad Musa and Dr. Nabil Ali Muhammad from Egypt shared the Arabic Language and Literature Prize, and Professor Alexander Varshavsky won the Science Prize. Laureates also receive a gold medallion and a handwritten certificate.
A. Vocabulary. Match to form new words or expressions. أقرن لتكون كلمات جديدة أو تعبيرات جديدة. Desert. D. Island. جزيرة صحراوية. 2. Keep. C. In touch. أن تبقى على اتصال. 3. Close. E. Encounter. Close encounter يعني أن تراه بعينك. 4. Whole year. A. Round. خلال السنة أو عبر السنة. Number 5. Split. B. The prize. أن تقتسم الجائزة. Comprehension. استيعاب. Answer true or false. 1. Saeed would take his cell phone to a desert island. يأخذ جواله إلى جزيرة صحراوية. 2. Steve would like to be a Roman emperor. يريد أن يكون إمبراطورا رومانيا. 3. Bob would ask an extraterrestrial about life on other planets. أن يسأل عن الحياة في كواكب أخرى. Number 4. If Ahmed could live in any place in the world, he'd live in Hawaii. لو أراد أن يسكن في مكان لسكن في هاواي. 5. If Hamid could He would change the way he looks. لو تمكن لغير طريقة مظهره. 6. Leonardo would like to find out about future technologies. أن يتعلم عن التقنيات المستقبلية. Answers. Give your answer to the question in the article. أعطي إجابتك على هذا السؤال واعثر على جملا في النص تبين مثل هذه الجمل في المحادثات. تدرب عليها وقم بإعطائنا بعض الأماني أيضا.
If I could take only one thing with me to a desert island, I'd take my smartphone. Do you wish you had a lot of money?
Yes, I do. Then I would be able to travel.
3. Grammar قواعد. Conditional sentences with if clause. Imaginary situations. الجمل الشرطية مع if إذا أو لو، وفيها الحالات التخيلية وهي من النوع الثالث. Use conditional sentences to talk about imaginary or hypothetical situations in the present. أحداث افتراضية أو تخيلية في المضارع. Use the simple past in if clause. ونستعمل في جملة if الشرطية الماضي البسيط. Would is often used in the main clause. وعادة ما نستعمل would في الجملة الرئيسية أو نتيجة أو جواب هذا الشرط. مثال: If I found $1,000,000. لو عثرت على $1,000,000. ما الذي يحدث؟ ما النتيجة لذلك؟ I would keep it. لاحتفظت به. I wouldn't take it to the police. لما أعطيته للشرطة. الآن هو يتخيل، لم يعثر على شيء ولا يمكنه أن يعثر عليه، وإنما تخيل. فلذلك في جملة if استخدمنا الماضي من find، وهو لا يقبل الإيدي. في هذه الحالة نأتي بالتصريف الثاني found. وفي جواب هذا الشرط أتينا بwould، وهي من المودلز التي تستلزم أن يأتي الفعل بعدها بدون إضافات keep كما هي. وإذا أردنا نفيها نضيف would not وتختصر إلى wouldn't، وأيضا الفعل أتى بعدها بدون إضافات. The contraction of would is D. المختصر من would هو فاصلة D and is used with all subjects، ويمكن إضافته لكل الضمائر. I'd, you'd, he'd, she'd, we'd, they'd. They'd be happy if they had time to take a vacation. الآن كيف نعرف أن هذا اختصار إلى would وليس had؟ لأن had أيضا تختصر بهذه الطريقة. They'd be أن الفعل بعدها في المصدر ليس في التصريف الثالث، لأن الفعل بعد had التي تدل على التمام في التصريف الثالث. Conditional sentences with might and could. الشرط باستخدام might قد وcould ممكن. Might can replace would in conditional sentences to express possibility. يمكن استبدال would ب might لتبيين الإمكانية. If I had extra money. لو عندي مال إضافي I might قد take a vacation to Hawaii. قد أذهب في رحلة إلى هاواي أو عطلة. Could can be used in the if clause. It means if someone or were able to. Could تعني الإمكانية، القدرة على، وتستعمل في جملة الشرطية if لو. If I could travel anywhere. لو أستطيع السفر إلى أي مكان I'd go to Tahiti. I'd مختصرة من I would كما قلنا سابقا، والدليل أن go أتت في المصدر. أيضا الجملة الشرطية استعملنا فيها could. If I could وtravel أتت بدون تحويلها للماضي، فالcould من المودلز تستلزم أن الفعل بعدها يأتي في المصدر. Could can also be used in the main clause. It means would be able to. ويمكن أيضا نأتي بcould في جواب الشرط وتعني أنه سيتمكن من. If we had more time, لو كان لدينا وقت إضافي, we could play another game of tennis. لقدرنا على لعبة تنس إضافية. Verb wish, يتمنى. We use wish for things you want to happen, but probably not. أنت تتمنى حدوث هذا الشيء ولكن احتمال إلى أنك لا تريد ذلك. مثال in the present في المضارع I don't have much time. الآن ليس لدي وقت كثير. I wish I had more time. أتمنى أنه لدي وقت إضافي ولكن لا أستطيع. لن أتمكن من ذلك. I have to study today. علي أن أدرس اليوم. I wish أو نقول I didn't have to study today. I wish to study today. I wish I didn't have to study today. أتمنى لو أنني لم أضطر إلى الدراسة اليوم لأنه لا يريد أن يدرس. I'm not rich. أنا لست غني. I wish I was أو I were rich. كلا الخيارين ممكن مع I. فهذه أمنية غير ممكنة. فمع الأمنيات غير الممكنة I يمكن أن نستخدم معها were. ونحن نعرف القانون الأصلي يقول was مع I. ولكن في الشروط الغير ممكنة التخيلية نستخدم were بدون أي مانع بل هي المفضلة. I can't go to the mall. لا يمكنني الذهاب إلى المجمع. I wish I could go to the mall. أتمنى لو أستطيع الذهاب إلى المجمع. In the future في المستقبل he won't والأصل he will not lend me his car. والأمنية I wish he would will تتحول إلى would lend me his car. Note was is usually used in informal spoken English with I. عادة نستخدم I مع was. I wish I was a millionaire. أتمنى لو كنت مليونيرا. A. Match the sentences parts. أقرن الشروط إلى نتائجها أو إلى جواب الشرط. Answers. الآن كون جملا باستخدام if clauses in exercise A and with your own ideas. استعمل جواب الشرط من أفكارك الشخصية. C. Discuss the following situations in a group. What would you do? ما الذي ستقوم به في هذه الحالات؟ 1. Someone took your shopping cart by mistake in the supermarket. أخذ سيارة التبضع لديك في السوبر ماركت. If someone took my shopping cart by mistake, I just say, sorry, that's my cart. 2. If I were in a hotel and I saw a famous writer at a nearby table, I wouldn't bother the celebrity and ask for an autograph. 3. If I lent a friend some money, I'd politely ask for the money back. 4. If I lent a friend a dress for a special occasion and the friend returned it with a stain, I wouldn't say anything. I'd just take the item to the dry cleaners. 5. If I saw someone cheating on a test, I might tell the teacher. D. Problem solving. Work in groups. Pretend your city has the following problems. تخيل أن مدينتك لديها هذه المشاكل. And you are the government official in charge of solving them. وأنت الممثل الحكومي لحل هذه المشاكل. What would you do? ما الذي ستقوم به? Answers. 1. Poor public transportation. تنقل العام ضعيف. 2. Crime الجريمة. 3. Poor health services خدمات صحية ضعيفة. 4. Few sport facilities القليل من أماكن الرياضة. 5. No recycling facilities لا أماكن لإعادة التدوير. 6. Traffic المرور. 7. Poor telephone services خدمات تلفونية ضعيفة. 8. Few libraries القليل من المكتبات. 9. Old schools مدارس قديمة. 10. Pollution التلوث. 11. Too much garbage الكثير من النفايات. 12. Expensive housing الغلاء السكني. Use the verb wish to complete the sentences. In some cases, more than one verb form can be correct. الآن استخدم الأمنيات في هذه السياقات. Answers.
Language in context 1. A rich businessman offers to pay for 3 things you want because you received the highest grades in the school district. What would you ask for? 2. Compare your wants with members of the class and select the funniest one.
رجل ثري سيقوم بدفع 3 أشياء لك أو يشتري لك 3 هدايا. Because لأنك received the highest grades. حصلت على أعلى درجات على مستوى المنطقة. What would you ask for? ما الذي ستطلب؟ قارن طلباتك مع طلاب آخرين. Listen to the conversation and make notes in the chart below. استمع لهذه المحادثة واكتب ملحوظاتك. وش الأمنية؟ why لماذا؟ الشخصيات.
Look at all those children. Look at us. We're so lucky. We've always had what we needed. A home, food, clothes, school, presents, friends. And to think that we find something to complain about all the time.
Well, Gina, it's the way of the world, I'm afraid. But you're right. We shouldn't complain. I wish we could do something to help as well.
How about starting a campaign? I've always wanted to do that. We could start a campaign at school, and we could also ask our families to help.
I think that's the coolest thing I've heard you say. Way to go. Let's do it. I wish I could be as clever.
Oh, come on, Gina. It's not clever. So many people do it all the time. But thanks anyway.
Okay, so let's think about what we need to do. If I could paint, I'd make a poster. But I can't draw a straight line. Right, Gina?
You're not so bad, Lynn. I can try, but I wish I had the right kind of materials. You know, poster paints and glossy sheets of paper and...
I know. I'll ask my father. They keep a stock of material at the company. Maybe they'll want to contribute.
So, are we going to ask for sponsors? We should make a list of people that are worth contacting. And we need to write a letter or some informational material to give them. I wouldn't just hand out money to people just because they asked me for it. I wish we had some money ourselves. Then we wouldn't have to ask anyone.
Yes, well, so do I. And I'm sure Lynn feels the same. Would you like to draft something? And then we can all discuss and finalize it? Please don't say no. I would do it if I could, but I can't write. I wish I could. You're such a talented writer. You know how to present things to people.
Thanks, but I am not so sure. Can we do it together, Lynn? I would feel so much better if we did this together.
Yes, sure, no problem. When? Now?
Why not? The sooner the better.
I wish we could change the world this minute.
Pronunciation نطق. Listen. Note how would you and could you are reduced in questions. Then practice. نقوم بتقليل هذا النطق أثناء الأسئلة. الآن تدرب عليها.
What would you do? Where would you go?
What could you do? Where could you go?
About you in pairs. Ask the questions and have your friend answer. Then switch roles. 1. Do you ever wish you were someone else? Who? Why? 2. If your house were on fire, what would be the first thing you'd try to save? 3. If you lived on a desert island, what would you miss most from civilization? 4. If you lived away from your country, what would you miss the most? 5. Have you ever had a wish come true? Or, do you know anyone who has? What was the wish? 6. What advice would you give someone in order to become rich?
Number 1. هل تتمنى أن تكون شخصا ما هو ولماذا؟ 2. هل أصاب منزلك الحريق؟ ما الذي قمت به أولا؟ وما الذي ستنقذه أولا؟ 3. لو كنت في جزيرة صحراوية مهجورة، ما الذي ستفتقده من الحضارة؟ 4. لو كنت تعيش في بلدك أو بعيد عن بلدك، ما الذي ستفتقده الأكثر؟ 5. هل بعض أمنياتك أو أمنية من أمنياتك تحققت، أو أمنية شخص ما كانت هذه الأمنية؟ 6. ما النصيحة التي تعطيها للناس لكي يصبحوا أغنياء؟ 8. Conversation محادثة. Underline the would, you and could you words groups in pairs. Read the conversation aloud, making sure to reduce the pronunciation of would you and could you. الآن نقوم بالتدرب على هذه المحادثة، ولا ننسى أن نركز على تقليص نطق would you and could you.
Some people are really interested in participating in a TV game show. I read about this guy who won $1 million prize on a TV game show.
Well, I read about a family that won $100 million as a prize. Now, to me, that would be a real problem. I wouldn't know what to do with so much money.
You wouldn't know what to do with so much money? You have to be crazy to say that. If I won that kind of cash, I'd know exactly what to do. I have it all planned out.
What would you do then?
I'd divide the amount into 3. I'd give 1/3 to my family. Another third I'd spend on traveling to places I've always dreamed of visiting. I'd buy a house for myself and a new car, and I'd have a ball.
And what would you do with the rest?
Your ending. What do you think Yusuf's answer would be?
1. I'd probably give it to charity. 2. I'd invest the money in the stock market and try to make more money. 3. I'd give it to you, of course. 4. Your idea.
في الكلام الواقعي this guy هذا الشخص informal way to say this person طريقة غير رسمية. To me, in my opinion, بالنسبة لي, you wouldn't know echo question عبارة عن سؤال ترديدي to confirm what was said. Here to show disbelief نبين فيها عدم التصديق. Have a ball وتعني have a good time أن يكون لديك وقت رائع. 1. Who won some money؟ من الذي فاز بالمال؟ How did the people win it؟ وكيف فازوا به؟ A guy won $1 million prize on a TV game show. A family won $100 million as a prize. 2. What would Michael do with $100 million؟ ما الذي سيفعل بها Michael؟ Michael says that he wouldn't know what to do with so much money. لا يدري. 3. What 2 things would Yusuf do with $100 million؟ ما الشيئين الذي سيقوم به يوسف بهذا المال؟ يوسف would give 1/3 of the money to his family on the condition that they didn't ask for money even ever again. He would spend 1/3 on traveling to places he's always dreamed of visiting. 9. Reading, قراءة. Winning money as a prize could bring the winner problems. Do you agree or disagree؟ إذا فاز شخص ما بمال قد تحصل له مشاكل. تتفق لا تتفق؟ Give reasons. Make a list of problems you think might be mentioned in the article below. أعطي أسباب وأعطي مشاكل. Then scan the article and see if it mentions the same problems. وهل هذا المقال يسمي بعض الأسباب والمشاكل التي تقولها أنت؟
Money, a blessing or a problem? There's a great deal of truth in the saying, a fool and his money are soon parted. For some people, winning millions is the answer to their problems, but the reality is more like a nightmare for others. The money can strain relationships with family, friends, and neighbors, and can eventually end in bankruptcy. It's often very hard for a winner to handle the pressure and all those millions. Most prize winners are not used to having money and making financial decisions. They are vulnerable and become easy prey to people who want to take advantage of them. Winners may lose large sums on investments they know nothing about, or they might go in with a partner who may not know how to run a business. William Bud Post won $16.2 million. I wish it never happened. It was totally a nightmare, says Post. He tried to help his family, but things didn't work out. A brother was arrested for trying to kill him, hoping to inherit part of the money. Post went into a car business and a restaurant with his children, but the two ventures were failures. He eventually went broke, and now he lives on $450 a month and food stamps. For many people, sudden money can cause more than financial disaster. The most notorious case of poor use of prize money in recent times is that of Michael Carroll, who won £9.7 million, $17.1 million, at the age of 20. Michael spent almost his entire fortune in 18 months on 4 homes, a holiday villa in Spain, 2 convertible BMWs, and 2 Mercedes-Benz cars, several quad bikes, and a stake in a football team. Sometimes money can make people insane, but that isn't the case with Michael Carroll. He was a nuisance before, and decided to continue being a nuisance. Michael has been in constant trouble with the law, and has paid thousands of dollars in fines for vandalism. Reports say that he is nearly broke. But not everyone is like Michael and Bud. Bob Bradley, an 83-year-old great-grandfather, won $6.17 million in May 2006. Besides giving a huge amount to children's charities, Mr. Bradley has spent his fortune helping to make the dreams of his family and friends come true. He has rejected flashy cars, expensive vacations, and a move to a luxury mansion in favor of handing out his jackpot to others. He said, "I haven't kept any money for myself. I can just give my family all they ever wanted. I've had my life more or less, so this win is for their benefit." So, if you ever win a big prize, seek an advisory team to help you make important financial decisions, and a good psychiatrist to help you keep your sanity.
Underline words and expressions in the reading that refer to money. كلمات تعود على المال. In your own words, write how the different prize winners should handle their fortunes. كيف تصرف الفائزون بأموالهم. Answers.
C. Make a list of the most common problems experienced by the prize winners. Compare your answers with a partner. Discussion 1. Read the article again and make notes about how each person spent and lost his money. 2. Work in pairs groups. Think about how you might have helped them protect their money. Make notes in the chart. 3. Discuss your ideas in class. Decide on the best idea. 4. Do you think Bob Bradley used his money well? Why? Why not?
الآن نناقش الفائزون وكيف خسروا أموالهم وكيف تقترح لو كنت مكانهم أو تنصحهم به لكي لا يخسروها. 10. Writing. كتابة.
A. 1. Have you ever watched a quiz show on television? What did you think of it? 2. Would you ever participate in a quiz show? Why? Why not? 3. Read the answers given by the winner of a popular quiz show, Top Quiz, and match them with the right questions. Write the number of the question in the blank. Listen and check.
الآن هل شاهدت مسابقات؟ هل ترغب بأن تشارك فيها؟ من الفائزون وكيف فازوا؟ وأقرأ عنهم في هذا المقال وضع أرقام الإجابات الصحيحة في سياق هذه المسابقة.
Write a description of a day in your life as a famous quiz show winner. Imagine your new celebrity lifestyle and answer the questions. 1. Where do you live? What do you wear? 2. What do you do? Where do you go? How do you get there? 3. Who are your friends? Are they new friends or old friends? 4. What is your relationship like with your family? 5. Has your success changed your life for the better or the worse? 6. Make notes in the chart. 7. Use your notes to write your description. 8. Exchange and read each other's descriptions in class.
الآن صف حياتك كفائز أو أنك مشهور، فائز مشهور في أحد المسابقات. صف حياتك حسب التالي: description of your celebrity lifestyle، نمط حياتك كشخص مشهور. positive and negative aspects of your celebrity lifestyle، إيجابيات وسلبيات نمط حياتك كمشهور. the place where you live، مكان سكنك. your possessions، ممتلكاتك مثل house، clothes، car، المنزل، ملابس، السيارة. your daily routine، الروتين اليومي. your relationships with family and friends، علاقاتك بالعائلة والأصدقاء. مثال يمكننا كتابة التالي:
A day in my life as a quiz show winner wearing the latest designer sunglasses. I call my driver to come and collect me from my huge house where I have lived since winning top quiz. My house is beautiful. It has 7 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. The only disadvantage is that there are always tabloid newspaper reporters waiting at the end of the driveway. I ask my driver to take me downtown in my luxurious car. I make my way to a 5-star restaurant to meet friends. Corner when you write a description of a person or someone's lifestyle. Use a lot of descriptive vocabulary to get your reader interested in the person and their lifestyle. Paint a picture with words to illustrate what kind of person you are describing, such as huge, luxurious, and so on. Use present tenses to describe the person, their friends and family, and their activities. Use paragraphs to describe different aspects of someone's lifestyle. You could organize your description into different parts of the day, the places the person visits, their feelings throughout the day and how they change, and so on. Mention the negative aspects of the person's lifestyle as well as the positive aspects. Your description by summing up how the person generally feels about their life.
11. Form, meaning and function. Count, non-count nouns. المعدود وغير المعدود. Singular nouns المفرد من a coin, a wish, a prize. بينما المعدود منها نضيف له اسم مثلا، فتصبح 2 coins, 3 wishes, 4 prizes. الأشياء غير المعدودة لا جمع فيها. can't count. money المال. news الأخبار. information المعلومات. advice النصيحة. rice الرز. tea الشاهي. they don't use وآن لا نضع فيها أدوات التنكير للإفراد. they don't have a plural forms وليس لها جموع. expressions of quantity كمية. some بعض من ويوجد. any أي من ولا يوجد. no لا. use some in affirmative sentences نستخدمها في الجمل المثبتة بمعنى يوجد. use any in negative statements and in questions نستعملها في الجمل المنفية والأسئلة بمعنى لا يوجد. use some and any with non-count nouns and with plural nouns نستعملها مع المعدود وغير المعدود في الجموع. أهم شيء. Is there any pollution؟ هل يوجد أي تلوث؟ Are there any spot facilities؟ Affirmative الإثبات. إذا كان يوجد نقول there is some pollution. There are some port facilities. الآن pollution غير معدود استعملنا معها is للمفرد، نعاملها معاملة المفرد pollution ولا يوجد جمع منها، بينما facilities ويوجد هي جمع أساسا فنقول are. بينما negative there isn't any pollution، هنا الجملة منفية ولأنها ب isn't نستخدم معها any ولا نقول some في الجمل المنفية. There aren't any sport facilities. Use no with non-count and plural nouns in affirmative sentences to give a negative meaning. ونستعمل no في الجمل المثبتة لنعطي معنى منفي. There is no crime. الأصل there isn't crime. الآن استغنينا عن not وأتينا بنو وصارت مكانها للنفي، ولكن هذه جملة مثبتة بنية النفي. There isn't any crime. There are no recycling facilities. There aren't any recycling facilities. اقرأ الوصف لهذه المدينة واعمل دائرة على quantifiers الكلمات التي تشير للكميات. وآن للمفرد، لجميع الكلمات، وآن لأي كلمة تبدأ بحرف مهموز وهي حروف العلة في الغالب A, E, I, O, U. استعمل some لأشياء موجودة، any لأشياء نسأل عنها موجودة أو غير موجود، no في الجمل المثبتة بنية النفي. Be with a partner. Talk about what is good and bad about your city. ما الجيد والسيء في مدينتك. Use there is, there are and quantifiers. استخدم نفس الأسلوب السابق. Words connected with money, shopping habits and prices. كلمات لها دخل في المال، التسوق أو عادات التسوق والأسعار. Some words that we commonly use when we talk about shopping habits and prices are. بعض الكلمات التي نستعملها تكون مثل التالي: item الأشياء، material مصنوع من، size المقاس، price السعر.
Sweater, pants, thobe, sandals, bracelet, dress, shoes, wool, 50% cotton and 50% polyester, cotton, leather. Gold, silver, small, medium, large, $30, 209 Saudi riyals, 150 Saudi riyals, $125, 720 Saudi riyals, a 20% discount. Can I help you, sir? Yes, please. I'm looking for a thobe. What size are you? I'd like to try on a medium. Are these pants cotton? They are made from wool. Excuse me, how much is this sweater? It's $95, sir. How much are these leather sandals? We have a 15% discount on those. They are 110 Saudi riyals. Can I see the gold bracelet? Yes, of course. Here you are. How would you like to pay? I'd rather pay in cash by credit card.
Read the conversation in a shop complete with a bold vocabulary word from the chart above. أكمل مستعملا كلمات من القائمة السابقة.
Read the situation below and write the conversation. Work with a partner, then role-play the conversation for the class. Saba is attending a wedding on the weekend. She wants to buy a new outfit. Complete the conversation with ideas of your own. Shop assistant, can I help you, madam? Saba, yes, please. I'm looking for.
أكمل هذه المحادثة ثم قم بالتدرب عليها أمام الصف.
1. Work in pairs groups. Research 3 TV programs that give participants and contestants large prizes. Find information on the internet, in newspapers, books, or ask people. Find out about prizes, the objective of the game, the rules of the game, winners, losers.
ابحث عن برامج تلفزيونية تعطي هدايا. الهدايا، أهداف اللعبة، قوانين اللعبة، الفائزون، الخاسرون. 2. Make notes in the chart. أعطي ملحوظاتك في هذه القائمة. Use your notes to make a PowerPoint or poster presentation in class. ثم كون عرضا تقديميا أو ملصق. TV program البرنامج. Large prizes الجوائز largest prize الجائزة الكبرى. Who won it من الذي فاز فيها. Objective of the game أهداف اللعبة. What does a contestant have to do during the game. ما الذي على المتسابق القيام به. How does a contestant win وكيف يفوز. How does a contestant lose وكيف يخسر.
Make wishes and talk about imaginary situations. Talk about probability and improbability. Talk about predicaments. Give advice to solve problems. Use conditional sentences within. If clause in imaginary situations, use conditional sentences with might and could. Use the verb wish. Use count and non-count nouns. Express quantity using some, any, no. Talk about money, shopping habits and prices.
كلمات الوحدة الثانية.
Benefit, cash, charity, desert island, empire, encounter, extraterrestrial, leader, laureate, mankind, philanthropist, prize, quiz show, stock market, technology, universe, wish, award, benefit, divide, invest, split, wish, close, handwritten, historical, lonely, keep in touch, have a ball. This guy, to me, you wouldn't know?
كان معكم الأستاذ جاسم العقيلي مع تمنياتنا لكم بالتوفيق والتفوق.